but hataki kuresi. Jua anaanza kusema unakumbuka ule mlezi ule jamaa wali break ule jamaa trade na haribu Bugatti yenye inatengenezwa na huku alifanya hii anasema hivyo.
Yo, up Clipper spend $100,000. Some crazy
wali
shit just
haribu
happened.
Bugatti akisema waligongesha akiwa anamwambia just keep filming.
We just crashed. Yeah, my boy's like bleeding the fuck out.
Anasema it was
should probably check on him. He said keep filming.
Hata naweza takuwa huyo msee alicrash aje hiyo Bugatti.
He filmed so tough.
Anaitangwa nani?
Yeah, that's next level. So
mwenye alikuwa anatengeneza Bugatti.
That's honestly don't these content creators. Are you kidding me? L cameraman. Like dropping the camera, bro. Super L cameraman.
Hii Bugatti
what do you guys want to know about this thing? I know nothing. It's blue and it's black and it's fast. That's literally all I know.
Bugatti.
And it's freaking sick. It looks crazy. It looks absolutely.
Naweza kuona akiharibiwa Bugatti. Aliongesha kama alikuwa anasema keep filming. Yeah, Alex. Na bado wana trade. Hey, hiyo msema.
Insane.
Yeah, Alex. Tutatuone akikutraidia. Yeah. Bado huyo msee ndiye huko. Trade. Msee trade. Ni Alex G. Whether we do it Alex G. Fuck you. I would love to see this motherfucker have the big crash the Bugatti. Dearly crash aje. I crashed mice. So I bought mice.
Hey,
No motherfucker na trade. Hadi uliona akisema ametengeneza warehouse ya kuwa ya trader. Hata mtu ajue angalia wapi. Ni TV ni gani?
hey, if you're watching this, could you maybe?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
how I made a little over $500,000 and how I used that money to help me pay for the famous Gman Guy and little things in here on the trading floor. So this is our two biggest prized possessions that we have as of right now.
It doesn't look very prized possession to me.
Dude, this is like both fucked up.
They literally look the same.
They're looking identical. The trading floor is this is our HQ, this is our headquarters. I'm building a big compound down here in Miami. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And then my Bugatti. And they're both fucked up. They're both incomplete.
You know what they also have in common? They both don't have lights.
Oh, you're right. They show them the front. So parts of the $500,000 that I made went towards some parts, like our headlights. So we actually found a solution with the headlights, and talk about that later in the video and other parts of it. But I want to start off this video with breaking down the actual trade that led me to make what was it, 503,000, 504,000?
I have no idea. Those numbers are way too big for me to remember.
Something like that. Honestly, I don't know. Let me show you guys, break down the trade. And this is a live trade. I can show you about, I don't know, 1,000 of my students that caught the exact same trade. So this right here, this is a trade. So this is GBP CAD that I made $530,000. As you guys can see, this is a real live account. You guys can go verify that account number. And this is a real trade. So this trade was actually pretty unique because it happened on a Friday. I don't typically take trades on a Friday. And I actually want to show you guys the results of my students from my community. This is like not even a promo to my community, but just to show you that I'm not the only person that actually executes these trades. So this is actually 7 days ago that I actually entered this position. So this is GBP CAD. And I posted poster profits, patience pays. So these are all of the students that actually entered this position as well in my community. For example, we have this student that made $500 on this account, and he made about $400 on his other account. We have this student that made, wow, student 3 grand.
Yeah, they take us out for lunch, no?
Dude, I didn't even get a piece of that. Dude, look at this guy. This guy made $9,000.
What the fuck, dude? How come we never get like gifts? Like no one takes us out to eat or nothing?
Why is no one like giving us anything? Like, why are we helping people and others helping us? Like, I should almost like ask for a percentage of it, right?
You're kind of the one that's all. Well, I should because I'm the reason why you see it.
And that's exactly why we built this fucking trading floor. No, honestly, that's exactly what we built it because we're gonna have traders in here manage.
If anyone can, I can't even, I can't I see the TV because it's so bright.
Uncle Alex G.
Saya naiona vizuri.
So let me break down this trade because this is actually a beautiful trade. Now this is gonna go for beginners, intermediates, advanced. This is
Hivyo
going
ndivyo
to
unafixingi
make sense right
kama
off the bat because
hivyo
it's just
unaweka
a
hivyo,
very
naona
simple trade. And
nakaa
honestly, I
hivyo
was
hivyo.
not supposed to
At
make
least
that much money.
unawapea
And I'll
na
explain
angle.
why, right? So this is
Like
GBP
that.
CAD. So I actually took this trade last week.
Check it.
And the beauty of GBP CAD is that it was consolidating at this support level. So right now we're on the 4-hour time frame. It was accumulating at this area for about 15 days. So we were stuck in this range for 15 days. And for me, whenever I see a market that is stuck in a range like this, I wait for two things. Either a breakout to the downside to then sell, or a breakout to the upside to then buy. So that's exactly what this market did right here at this very moment. So I literally drew this up at the beginning of the week, and I'm waiting for the breakout, the famous retest, and then the continuation. So then price breaks out of this range. As soon as we break out of it, I then head over to the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, I confirm that that breakout is legit because of the closure of the daily candlestick. As you can tell, this candlestick right here, when it was inside of this range for an approximate 9 days, this candlestick did break above that consolidation zone, but it closed below. So this candlestick right here actually ended up breaking above and closing above this massive consolidation right here, which is perfect. Now, what do I do after that? I go back down to the lower time frames. Like, all right, cool. I'm now going to wait for price to come back and give me the famous retracement. Because without the retracement, you don't want to just enter on the breakout. That's why it's called the break and retest. It's almost as if Bitcoin were to hit brand new all-time highs, right? Let's say Bitcoin right now goes to $200,000, which would be phenomenal for our portfolio. That would be awesome. But for some reason, beginners or rookies, they like buying at the new all-time high. They get FOMO. They think that price is going to go and shoot up to 300,000 right away. That's not really the case. What ends up happening is after the price always has a push to the upside, it will always have a little bit of a retracement to then continue going to the upside. That's the high or low, what I like to call the discount. So picture this right here as price breaking out into this high. Picture Bitcoin hitting 200,000. Me not buying at 200,000 because it's just way too expensive, waiting for a little bit of a retracement, and that's where it retests the exact same area that it was trapped in. As you can tell, whenever we're below, we head down, whenever we're below, we head down, we're below, we head down, we head down, and here we're above. And if I just look to the left, the last time we were above this area, we clearly went up. So it's very simple.
we're consolidating at an area, we break above, the daily confirms that we close above, and we're coming back to retest the exact same area where we've previously had a literal reaction. Now, when you add to that my EMA, so just for a lot of you guys that want to see my EMA, I'm just going to double click it here. This is the settings to my EMA. It's a 50 close offset 0. The length is 1.4 BB STD. What the fuck?
Is that
STD? STD dev?
Well, you got two
STDs. I got 2 of them. Oh, that would suck. I don't have any of that. But whatever that is, it's 2. I've never set that up. I always set these up in this area right here. So what I saw is that price was above this consolidation zone, retested it, it's above our EMA, and then we have the most beautiful bullish engulfing morning star formation pattern happening right there. That is the exact entry that I look for when I'm having a retracement. So to enter a breakout trade, a trend continuation trade, you either want to have a rejection candlestick or an engulfing candlestick. When you have those combined, they can form what is called a morning star or evening star formation. Morning star meaning up, evening star meaning down. Now this morning star formation is by far my favorite. I entered the trade, put my stop loss in an area where it was significant, but not that significant. And then my take profit was actually at this point right here. So I wanted my take profit to be at the nearest structure point, because if I go out to the daily time frame, to just remove all of the price that has currently happened. When I entered the position, the daily time frame looked like this. And I measured my entry point, which is right around here, to my take profit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get this movement that I'm anticipating to happen on a Friday, because I never take trades Thursday London session heading to Friday because there's not enough volume. But I'm like, let me see what the average daily volume is. Now, there's a bunch of indicators out there to do it, but there's nothing like literally measuring the exact candlesticks. So for example, if I look at the previous daily candlestick, it has an exact same size. If I measure this candlestick is a lot bigger. Even this small doji is of that size, is of that size, is of that size, is of that size. Every single candlestick that has been in here for the last 15 days, the consolidation is of the size that I need for it to go from my entry point to my take profit. So it's very possible. Now, if I were to look left, all of this momentum over here is far larger than what I need. So I said, okay, cool, perfect. For me, it makes sense to enter the trade and have my take profit be at that point right there. But you guys know I live by the saying, set and forget. What does that mean? I enter a position and I forget about it. Literally, sometimes too much, and it actually ends up biting me in the ass. But there's times where stuff like this happens. So I enter the position in London session. As soon as I enter the position, after my engulfing candlestick, I go to sleep, and I immediately go straight to my take profit. But the beauty of it is, since I don't set my take profit numbers, instead of me closing at a 1 to 2 risk to reward, I automatically jumped straight to nearly a 1 to 4 on this position right here. So by the time that I wake up in the morning, I'm seeing this trade be a lot more profit than I should be. And that's simply because I'm letting a winning position continue to run. I don't want to cut my wins short. Never, at all. I always want to cut my losses short because that means that I would be wrong. If I do my top-down analysis correctly, why would I want to cut my win short? It's almost like if Bitcoin goes to 200,000, has a retracement to 150,000, and it gives you the perfect entry, why would you want to liquidate your Bitcoin at 200,000 again? You would anticipate for it to go to 220, 240,000 and continuous to the upside. This is no different than that. I don't know why people treat it differently. But this trade, I continued to hold it until about 11 in the morning, and then I closed my position right around here, right around like a 1 to 4. And yeah, the rest of history. I was not supposed to make $500,000. I was supposed to probably make like 200, like 220, and it ended up playing out in our favor. So this is a perfect example of set and forget. And now we get that money and we spend it, all of it.
On unfinished projects.
Oh, dude, but they haven't seen the withdrawal.
No, they haven't.
So it's not real. Should I?
Fugazi.
Oh, dude, I have to request a withdrawal.
Fugazi.
Oh, man. They caught me, bro. It's demo money, bro. It's a joke. Obviously, bro, I just haven't requested it yet. Now, yes, I have not withdrawn the $500,000. So technically, no, I have not made that money yet. It's still in my account, but I have withdrawn in the past. And yes, it's still the exact same account number for all of the freaks out there. The reason why I haven't withdrawn is because I entered a 2-month losing streak at the beginning of the year. And I want to create an extra cushion in my account just in case if now going into the summer markets, for whatever reason, the markets are slow and I can potentially enter another losing streak. I have that cushion and I don't redeposit into my account, and I'm not having to dig myself out of a massive hole. I hate redepositing into account. I'm so superstitious that I rather create a brand new account rather than deposit back into the same account. So yeah, I don't redeposit back into it, and I rather just leave it in there, get a bigger cushion, then withdraw, and see how summer goes by, because typically the markets are usually slower during the summer. So I'm just preparing, learning from my experience. So yeah, this is a beautiful $500,000 trade. And after I exited the position and I did not get greedy, the trade came back into where our entry and our stop loss would have been. So this trade was executed to perfection. This is exactly how a trade should be entered and exited. That is perfect entry, perfect exit.
So now let's get to the point.
What's the point?
The Bugatti.
Oh, you don't care about the trade that helped us afford the Bugatti?
No.
Oh, you're just one of Matt Armstrong's fans that just cares about the Bugatti. That is just in the comments, oh, I'm just here for the Bugatti. Fine. You know, there's a lot more to us than just the Bugatti, guys, you know? No, I can't. Matt Armstrong's community would kill it. Fine. Should we put it outside so there's a little bit more lighting?
I actually like the lighting in here. It's very cinematic.
Does it look cinematic?
Yeah.
Edit some cute music right now, like some cinematic shit. You did it? Yeah, you did it?
That's done.
Well, you know what else is not done? The Bugatti. So the car is officially put together. So we've actually driven it at pretty high speeds. I think we've gone like 130 miles an hour, and it's very crazy because there's no windshield on the car. So all the way down smacks you right in the face, eats some bugs.
Take the Elva, but worse.
Yes. For the guys that don't know, I had a McLaren Elva. Worst hypercar I've owned in my fucking life. Biggest waste of money. I lost $300,000 on that car. Can you believe that? I thought I was doing something cool, and then I looked like an idiot in a pink and green car. But all we are literally missing on this car is literally the headlights, the body kit that we got for it, the windshield, and